Hi there, welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. Good morning. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you're healthy and safe. Everyone's numbers are going up, so I hope you're taking safety measures and precautions. Um, I am. I have been making plans as I've been decluttering my craft room this week. I haven't been doing a lot of crafting, but I have been clearing the air in here. The clutter uh, cramps my style, and every once in a while, I just have to stop everything and tidy and sort again. And then I feel free again, and I feel. So that's what I've been doing in addition to fussy cutting, fussy cutting when I need some mindless downtime. So what I've been doing actually is making plans for this upcoming winter as far as my supplies so that if I don't have to go out anywhere, I don't have to go out. And I certainly have enough ephemera, I have enough books, I have enough papers. I probably have enough here for 3 years of straight journal making. Especially at the rate I go, because if you follow me, you know I usually maximum will make 3 journals a month, usually 2 journals a month, because I put a lot of work into my journals. They are a piece of art. It's not just an empty book that you're receiving. It's a restored old book, and I consider it my art. I am an artist. So I needed to make sure the two things that I need, other than uh, paper type products and fabric, I have enough fabric. As long as I don't have to make masks, I have enough fabric. Is distress ink and glues. And if you're like me, you use several different types of glues. So I wanted to make sure that I had a winter's worth of both of those things. And I do have enough distress ink. Um, for curiosity's sake, I'm going to show you the color of a distress ink. I ordered one. It's always nice to try new ones, um, just in case they don't have your color. Like one time, my preferred distress ink is Gathered Twigs, and one time they didn't have it, but they had walnut stain, so I got this one, and it is quite close to Gathered Twigs. So, you don't know these things unless you experiment and try. So last time I was at Michael's, I got this one, brushed corduroy. And live and learn, it's quite alarming. Unfortunately, it's mostly just us ladies here because I am now referring to it as breastfed baby poop. Sorry, but it is. I did not expect that. That does not look. I guess maybe it does look like that. Yeah, it does. What am I thinking? When it's on paper, it's it's quite unpleasant. I don't know how else to put it. Trust me, I've changed a lot of diapers. I had 5 children in 9 years. 4 of them were in 4 years, and then I had a little break. Yuck. So live and learn. Maybe something will come up where that will be helpful. We'll see. I'm not going to throw it out, but live and learn. So that's brushed corduroy, in case any of you agree with me that it's quite unpleasant and that you don't think you'll necessarily use it. So with my glue, my search for the glues has led me to wanting to try out some glues here, because my favorite paper glue is art glitter glue. I love this glue. There's one thing about it I don't like, but otherwise I love this glue. It grabs quickly and it holds fast. It will hold down, as long as the products are paper, it holds them uh, almost immediately. And because of this little tiny tip, you can glue down beautiful little delicate fussy cuts, and they stay put. The edges don't start curling back and up, and you can't start, getting your fingernail under there and then peeling it right off. This is a beautiful glue. And it got me to wondering, because it seems like, I don't know much about it, but it's quite an unheard glue. It's not common. Certainly where I live, it cannot be bought in common stores. There is one store, I think, in all of Southern Ontario that carries this glue. Otherwise, I usually get mine, again, on Amazon. If I have to, I will use Amazon, but I try not to. And the thing about this glue is, if you live in an area that gets cold in the winter, they will not ship to you because this glue cannot freeze. It says, do not freeze or boil. So it got me to wondering, I'm not a scientist, but what is in this glue that makes it so good? It sticks down, it sticks beautifully. I guess I should tell you, the only thing I dislike about it, let me find some thin paper so I can show you what it is that I don't like about it. Oh, I'm going to pause because I'm going to find some paper and show you. I'll show you what it is that I don't like about it. And it sort of goes hand in hand with one of the reasons why I do like it, because I love this tiny little tip. It's very easy to direct where you want your glue. But if you want to glue down a larger piece of paper, and say, for example, you do this, if you put fragile paper on it, I'm hoping this is fragile enough and that it makes my point. Once you glue it down, hold on. Sorry about that. That was my phone confirming I have a CPAP appointment on Monday. And this one is not thin and old enough, this paper. So this one I know is thin and old. If you're like me and you use genuine ephemera, you use a lot of old paper. So what happens is, let's try this one. Oh, it's making a liar out of me. Well, no, see, I can see it, but I don't know if the camera can see it. You can see the lines of glue. Yeah, I can see it. I'm just not sure the camera will pick it up. So you're going to have to trust me on this. And those of you who have used this glue, you know what I'm talking about. You can see the lines of the glue through the paper. So it holds very, very well. It's an excellent strength glue, which is why I'd like to be able to have a local source of a glue. If I can't have this one, I'd like to find one that works equally as well. And it got me to thinking, because I have used glues like Aleene's Tacky glue. This one I was really hoping would just be my dream glue when I got started, way back. Well, not that way back, but it's been a while now. Because I can get this size bottle at my Dollar Tree. But I have learned that there's a reason why you can get this size bottle at your Dollar Tree. It is a glue. It will work quite well for many things, but it is high in water. And because of that, the things that you glue down, you're going to need your trusty brick to plop it on top, apply some pressure, and try to get your, journaling cards, whatever it is you're working on, to be nice and smooth and flat. So I usually reserve using my tacky glue, because I will keep a couple of bottles for things that, I need a big surface covered and I'm really not too worried about whether it buckles. But this one, because it dries quickly, there's very little buckling. But I kept coming back to the do not freeze. So I started looking at the other glues on the shelves when I was at Walmart yesterday. And I noticed this glue there, the Elmer's Craft Bond. Yes, I'm Canadian, so your eyes are not fooling you. Our labels are bilingual here, which I love. I think it makes us a very unique, diverse country. Anyhow, I immediately, my eye was drawn to this one because the rare times that I use an aerosol glue, this is my favorite one, Elmer's Craft Bond. And the rare time that I use a spray glue, this is my favorite one, Elmer's Craft Bond. I've tried many kinds of spritz glues, and I have them all in a box over there. This one holds the best. This one does, it's got a high water content. It does buckle. So I find it's not good for large surfaces, whereas this one is. But I don't use them very often. But it's still, that's why this label caught my eye, the Elmer's Craft Bond. So I started reading it. Where's my trusty magnifying glass? So I started reading the instructions. I was hoping it would list ingredients. Our laws are not as good yet up here as American laws for requiring the list of ingredients on products. Like, I love that about American cosmetics and that they must have the ingredients listed on the labeling. We still have a bit of a ways to go. But I was hoping that maybe if this was produced in the US, if it was, it's made in China, I see here. Anyhow, I noticed in big letters there, it says, keep from freezing. And I thought, oh my, could this be? Because it can't be, surely it can't be that the Art Glitter Company knows some fabulous secret that the rest of the glue world does not know. Why is it? What is it that makes this glue so good? And yet so hard. It's like the unicorn of glues to try and get it. Like, even sometimes on Amazon, I have a hard time. So whereas this is available at Walmart, at Michael's, what's the other store? Staples. Our Staples has it. So I thought, I'm going to buy this and bring it home, and I'm going to do a test. Then I wandered around my Walmart a little bit more, and I thought, I'm going to go over to the hardware department and see what kind of glues they have in the hardware department. And LePage is a popular company up here in Canada. I don't know if it's American as well for distribution in Canada, so it must be. Yeah, made in the USA. So there, I learned something every day. And LePage had several different kinds of glue on the shelf. This one caught my eye because although it says wood glue, it also says multi-purpose white glue. So that intrigued me because I thought, well, paper is made from wood, so perhaps they had the same gluing characteristics. And then I noticed it said dries translucent. And the drying clear is another reason why I like Art Glitter Glue. It dries clear. Yeah, you can see maybe a little hint of it if it sort of squeezes out the edge of something. But for the most part, it dries quite clear. Whereas glues like 3-in-1 and Fabri-Tac, they dry very shiny. It's very evident that there was glue that squished out there. You can't wipe it off. I find that if you work very quickly and the surface allows you to do it, you can use a bit of acetone and remove it. But if you're working on a delicate surface, you'll ruin it. So that intrigued me. And then I turned it over and I started reading the label. And there again, I see protect from freezing. So that got me wondering, what's in this glue? So today is the White Tacky Glue Olympics at Sunnyside Journal Studio. So what I want to do is, I've got some little pieces of, this is just scrapbooking paper. It's all from the same sheet. So I've just chopped some out with my little circle chomper. We're going to glue them down, and we're going to see how well it holds, how quickly it grabs, and how shiny they are when they dry. And then we're going to see if perhaps either of these two glues could possibly be a replacement in emergencies for when I can't find my beloved art glitter glue. Plus, these are significantly less expensive. Significantly less expensive. For me, up here in Canada, this bottle was about $5, and this bottle was about $4. This one was less than the Elmer's, and it is bigger. So this was 118 milliliters, 4 ounces, and this one's 150 milliliters. So so this one you get more for less, and I'm hoping that this one is actually going to be a great glue. That's my hope. So initially I did start playing with these a little bit, and I'll just tell you without showing you, this glue is very thick, very, very thick, and the bottle is very hard to squeeze. So if you have arthritic hands like I do, this bottle is not very friendly. I'll show you on this piece of paper so you can see. You have to literally shake it down like thick mayonnaise. And it's already plugged up there. Hold on. And you have to really squeeze to get, and then it comes out quite thick. See the difference there? I'll show you how thick. There's the art glitter glue. Now hold on. Oh, what the heck, I'm going to be using that in a second anyways. Now here's the LePage's. It is a similar thickness, not quite as thick a stripe, not quite as when I say thick, you know, I'm talking like the way cookie batter, whether it's thin or thick, pancake batter. So this one comes out, this is easier to squeeze, easier to come out. Oh, it's, I guess it would help if I open it and take out the little piece of glue that's got it, there we go. So here's the LePage's. So you can see it's a little thinner, and it comes out much easier to squeeze, much easier to squeeze. So if I end up liking this glue, I would have to put it into a different bottle. This bottle is agony for me. So there we go. Let's put these aside. So now what I want to do is I'm going to, like I said, glue down. So this is the art glitter glue. I'm just going to put A, G. For the Elmer's Craft Bond, I'll just put Elmer's. And for LePage, I'll put LePage. All right, now let me make sure that I am, there we go. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do the, see if you can see how easily it moves around so that you can position properly. That's one of the things that I love and hate about art glitter glue. It grabs very quickly. You have to plop this down very accurately because it grabs and it stays put. So I find with art glitter glue, there's very little wiggle time for when you place something down on your paper. So let's plop that, and then I'm going to wiggle, 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 and it's gone. It's done. I can't move that anymore. So that's how quickly art glitter glue grabs. So the Elmer's glue, what I did ahead of time to prepare for this is I put these, the Elmer's and the LePage, into some little squeezable bottles. These are just little frosting bottles. You can get them at, you know, cake decorating stores. Oh, I got glue under my nail. So we'll do the same thing with the Elmer's and see how we do with wiggle time, I guess I'm calling it. So this already is easier. It still comes out quite thick, but this bottle is much easier to squeeze than that bottle. So I was right. So we're going to put this down, and then I'm going to wiggle. So it's quite movable. I'm still able to, so I would probably safely be able to still lift this if I wanted to. It's slowing down, and now it's done. So there's quite a bit more time. I get the feeling that if I put that down and went, oh, it's in the wrong spot, I could probably lift quite easily and reposition it. which is near impossible with art glitter glue. So let's do the LePage's wood glue and see. So again, it's in here. Much easier for sore hands to squeeze. This is, as far as thickness, seems to be in between the thickness of these two. All right, so we're going to put it down, and then I'm going to see how wiggle time, how I've got. So it's still wiggling, so I probably could still lift it if I wanted to. It's still wiggling. And we're done. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. So now my next test is going to be, I'm going to put a smear of the glue on this. This is just an old page out of an old photo album, this black paper. What I'm going to do is smear a stripe of it to see how clear it really does dry. And then I'm going to pause and see and let these dry. So because I have a mini hair dryer in here somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So I'm going to give a goodly amount here, and then I'm going to spread it around. You got to work quickly with art glitter glue. There we go. Now, the Elmer's Craft Bond. Let's see. So it's still quite thick. I would be tempted to play with it as far as maybe adding a bit of water to it to thin it down, because it's very thick. All right. And let's spread it around. That's thinner than, I can already feel that this gives you more movement time, because the art glitter glue starts drying almost instantly and starts trying to grab the Q-tip almost instantly. All right, so LePage. Let's do LePage here. There we go. And we will spread you around. So, I mean, this isn't scientific. It's just a little lady up in Canada playing today. All right, I'm going to pause and let these dry, and then we're going to take a look and see how clear they really are or how shiny they really are. So hold on. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. And let's take a look here. I can already see evident to my eye the different glues. And I'm quite amazed that this really is, when they say translucent, I've got the overhead light going. I probably should turn it off so it doesn't look so shiny. But on the other hand, I do want you to see that it's shiny. The Elmer's Craft Bond is the shiniest. That's quite shiny. The art glitter glue is the second shiniest. It actually, it's still quite shiny. None of these are as bad as 3-in-1 or Fabri-Tac. The black is making it look a little bit more, I just wanted it to really show on camera, and I wasn't sure what to expect. This one is much more matte and less evident that there's glue there. Just from my naked eye, it is not nearly as shiny as these two. So this is shiniest. This is still shiny. The art glitter glue is not, it's not matte. But I mean, obviously we've put glue down. It's going to show a bit. You just don't want it to be glaring at you from your page the way oftentimes an acetone based glue, they're just very shiny, because acetone is what's used in, you know, paints, fingernail polish, that sort of thing. So there's a reason why it's shiny. Whereas a water-based glue yes, it evaporates slower, and you know the whole thing. So I would say that the LePage one, based on what I'm seeing with my naked eye as opposed to what the camera is showing you, because I can also see in my camera screen here how it looks, and I'm telling you with the naked eye, this is actually the superior glue as far as not being so noticeable, the LePage. So now we're going to try and rip these little discs off and see how well the glue adhered. So here is the art glitter glue. You're coming off. So that glued down nicely. This probably wasn't the right paper to use because it's old and it rips easily. But I can see here that it look at that. That's all stuck down. So if I had used regular paper, which I probably should have done, it probably would have been harder to pull off. So I'm still pleased with that. And plus, I already know what to expect from art glitter glue. It holds very well. Let's see what Elmer's does. Again, you know what? I'm happy with that. That's right on there. I can't peel that off. So I'm glad that it's ripped off part of the paper. I may glue this on some regular paper. We've still got, I'm only at 26 minutes, so I may glue some more discs. Let's try the LePages. Yep, we got the same thing happening here. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to go get some regular paper because we've still got 4 minutes. Hold on. Okay, I took a liberty of being able to freeze a camera, and I went ahead and I glued on some scrapbook discs, little circles, using the 3 glues that we're trying today. Now I'm actually going to pause again for 10 minutes and give these time to dry, and then we'll try and rip these off. All right, hold on. Okay, so I waited 10 minutes. So let's see how these hold up. I know how the art glitter glue is going to do. It is, yeah, see, that's better. I should have used this kind of paper. It holds very well, and it holds so well that it destroys the paper underneath, which is fine because I want my glue to hold. I want it to hold, so that's great. I'm happy with that, and that's what I expected from art glitter glue. I know how it works. That's why I like it. But let's see how the Elmer, so that's this one. We're going to try and lift next. Okay, I'm getting a similar, yep. You know what, that, I'm happy with that. So it's, I would say it's comparable. Let's see what the LePages does. Yep, that's holding too. Yep. Oh boy, that really holds. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm quite impressed. So I'm wondering if the secret ingredient in art glitter glue that says you shouldn't freeze it is also the secret ingredient that is in these glues that shouldn't be frozen. Not that why people would freeze their glues, but if you live in a place where I live, in wintertime, our mail gets frozen. So one time we actually had my parents shipped us a crate of oranges from Florida for Christmas. We weren't home, so the postal delivery person left them on our porch, and by the time we got home, we had a box of frozen solid oranges, and they were ruined. So anyhow, this is good to know. So what I'm going to do now is over the next little while, I'm actually going to start using these glues and see if I have found myself. There's the wood glue. This is the Elmer's Craft. I'm going to see if I'm finding that they're quite interchangeable with the art glitter glue. And that would be, as much as I love being able to give this company my my business, these two glues I can get in my town at town stores. They are at least half the price, if not more. Art glitter glue is very, very expensive, especially up to Canada. This is the least expensive of all of them, and I found that it worked just as well as the other two, and I found that it was the least shiny one of the three. Art glitter glue and the craft bond were much shinier than this translucent wood glue. So there you go. There is the I don't know, the Tacky Glue Olympics. Sorry, but I'm going to be very much a millennial here and say everybody wins. Everyone gets a prize. Because for the time being right now, I am going to start using all three and see how I feel about them when I'm actually using them in journals. And so I'll probably follow up in about a week or two and let you know. But in the meantime, if you're interested in trying it out, you know what? It gives you a chance to maybe pop over and give this bottle of glue a try, or this bottle of glue a try. This one, I really do think it needs to be in a different bottle. The bottle is too hard to squeeze, and it's a little too thick. Just doesn't need to be that thick for what we do with junk journals. I don't know about other crafting, so please keep that in mind. If you're a crafter of other things, I don't know. You might prefer that it's a little bit thicker. I like the runny texture of art glitter glue, and this one seems to be very similar, of a runny texture. And I get the feeling that this one, just with a little bit of water stirred in, you'll get a runnier texture. Now that would be an interesting thing to try and see if the glue still holds as well if you add a bit of water to it. Oh, we may have to have Olympics part 2. All right, well, if you're still with me now, thank you so much. That means that you're as obsessed about glue as I am. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and stay healthy out there. Take care. We'll talk soon. Bye.